Today's video is continuing that Phantom Draft run, currently 3-0. We're going to go ahead and dive into another game, and I have to say I'm very surprised that I haven't been punished for cutting the green from this list as of yet, and I might be punished here. Wow, okay. I chose the list that I did because I was trying to play on the strength of the heroes that I had drafted, and it would appear that my opponent is benefiting from the same. So, two-color deck versus two-color deck. My opponent has 2 Lycans, and a Sven, and a Legion Commander. That is very, very impressive. Whirling Death is interesting here. Not quite enough to kill this, though, so I think we're just going to hold on to it. Similar thing here, right? Deals 2 damage. Unfortunately, we really want it to deal 3. We could use both Whirling Death and New Orders if I really wanted to take Sven out and try snowballing this. That is a consideration. Kind of wish this Phantom Assassin was flip-flopped here. I'd much rather be just taking Lycan out. But you know what? We're going to go ahead and do it. We're gonna threaten Sven here. See if we can get an early kill and snowball this Bristleback. Because we're only taking 3 damage because of the Whirling Death, so an 8-2-9 is very nice. Again, we desperately wish those were flip-flopped, but our opponent tips their hat at us. And I like the phase boost pickup, because we're about to deploy a Sorlakan. The question is where? Deploying here means we 100% are just running into this melee creep. However, with the phase boots, we could instead just run into Legion Commander. It's not great. Over here we can potentially match up against the Lycan, so I think that's what we want to do. Yeah, this first lane is just not going to go in our favor, I think. Kind of okay with the abandonment there. If they pass, we'll go ahead and take this pass. We're fine with trading with the Legion Commander.
I'll make this quick.
Alright, well, we're passing either way because Sucker Punch will save their Legion Commander and secure the kill on my Timbersaw. Now, here we'll just go ahead and make Bristle a bit more bristly. So we've lost first lane, but we have a good command of the middle lane. And at least at the moment, we're threatening to kill this Lycan. We're going to wait and see what our opponent does. And we have a few options here, right? So this wolf is a bit annoying. It's not great for us, but we can go ahead and develop a phase boots.
They won't have a chance.
Make a switch. And then we also technically had this Ravenous Mass. We could have played the Mass here and just let that kind of trade even there, but these are going to trade anyway, and if this is not hitting my tower, then all the better, and we can save this for a little bit later, so we'll let this go. We're not excited to see a growing wolf is the problem here. So we're going to grab some defensive items. And typically you don't want to double up your black heroes, but again, Bristle kind of has this under control, and we don't want to go into this first lane. So I think Sniper is actually best suited in the third lane. And then we can have Timbersaw come here and maybe Phantom Assassin here if necessary. But I think this makes the most sense. That is the one that we're looking to contest. Our opponent agrees. And we get some good pickups here. Stonehall Elite, potentially very good. Hellbear Cripplers can help us accelerate our game plan in the middle if we want. And with this Disciple, if they continue to ignore this middle lane and we continue just developing and going wide, eventually we have Ancient potential. So, just kind of thinking ahead. Stonehall Elite over here trying to curve into the wolf makes an awful lot of sense, given our hand. We'll end up likely putting a Stonehall Cloak on our sniper, hoping to keep him alive for a few more rounds.
A gift from House Ambry.
And that is not a good sign, because they put that here, which means that they might be looking for an emissary next turn. And if they have an emissary, we just don't have a good answer for that. That would give them a far better capacity to ancient race here than we have in the middle. Yeah, far better one. Now, we don't really have anything that's an initiative-worthy play, so in this instance here, I think we just develop. A little bit disappointed that we can't get that down this turn. The faster we get that down, the better our 80 race becomes.
I live to serve.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and play the cloak.
Oh, I like this.
And then again, we're going to hope for an arrow on the Stonehall Elite, because we would like to get... I'd like to get rid of this wolf if possible. Oh, excuse me. We are not going to do that. I forgot we don't have a red hero yet. That's next turn. So that is problematic. That is actually quite bad. So we have the Disciple, but that would essentially nuke my own squad. We have the Ravenous Mass. Does at least help us push some damage. So we can go ahead and do this.
This couldn't come at a better time.
And alright. So that was my mistake. Here I was in my head, all happy and excited to commit that Stonehall Elite to a play that I couldn't do. Turns out, sometimes I'm not paying attention enough. Alright. Timbersaw is going to go over here no matter what. The real decision now is, where does Phantom Assassin go? With them getting 2 melee creeps here, it might be even more imperative that I just ignore this lane. Like, I'm going to get 5 damage done. I don't need to commit more. The issue, though, is if I don't have Phantom Assassin there, then I cannot use Disciple to race the Ancient. And that is a very important piece of the puzzle. But I think right now, because Lycan is going to go here as well. There's just no question about that. I think we have to go here. If this tower had fallen last turn, I would say Phantom Assassin goes here. You play the Disciple every time. Alright, so Ku is a very big pickup for me going into the last lane. But we are worried about whatever our opponent used Selemane's favor for here.
By helping myself, I'm helping all.
Alright, so we're going to try to maintain initiative here. We're not going to develop in the middle, because we really want this Ku to be online and available. So we just go ahead and take this.
No one can stand against the ingenuity of the keen.
And we want to lock out red.
No assassin is my equal.
We want to say, hey,
I could do this all day.
we don't want you to play red cards. Now we do still have Headshot and the Phase Boots for activations, so...
Kill our enemies.
With -1 armor, Headshot is worth 6 there. Still not enough to take that out, so I think what we're going to do is, again, just try to force some damage through. And the reason that's important is because if our Phantom Assassin is just going to end up dying to this massive wolf, and it's not going to kill it, we'll just eat our Phantom Assassin. And take some damage in return, but it will allow us to push a lot more. Now, there's no items in hand, so we're not worried about if we make this swap, any issues there as well. So we're going to go ahead and do this. And again, we're worried about something like a Vul just to block. But this allows us to push an awful lot of damage there. I think that the cloak buys are fine. Just to get us through our item deck at this point. Now, Phantom Assassin also died, so this turn there's no like Ancient Threaten, but the following turn we could deploy here and maybe deploy the Disciple. We also could deploy here and set up a steam cannon if necessary to kind of plow through. Oh, these hip fires are potentially very, very good as well.
More training never hurts.
So we're going to want to maintain initiative going into that last lane so that we can potentially hip fire and Whirling Death could be a good play. We have hip fire to maybe just clear something and then save Disciple. We just need some damage to go through. We have an unfortunate arrow. Alright. Opponent trying to set up an ancient race potential here. And yeah, we have a very unfortunate arrow with our Ravenous Mass that is at the moment a problem.
Who do you need us to kill?
So,
Don't worry. At least I won't be dead.
at this moment, we could develop Stonehall and Hellbear, and then that would set us on the path for a Disciple potential victory next turn. However, we also would really like to maybe like hip fire Whirling Death over here. The problem is it doesn't, like, it's essentially 8 damage on this Farben, which isn't enough to kill it.
15 seconds remaining.
We actually might be in a bit of trouble. Because again, we don't have a good way to clear any of these out, and this arrow was just not
Force
kind.
surrender in 30 seconds.
Not kind at all. So, Disciple in an open spot here
Force surrender in 20 seconds.
potentially opens something up.
Ten seconds until surrender.
We are going to take a stall play
Yeah,
because our
that's
timer
useful.
is running out.
Red mist does not belong here.
5, 4.
All right, so at this point, all we can really do is try to develop a bit in our favor. Try to save our sniper as well. And now we just have to...
My thanks.
Now we just have to prevent the 80. So with Phantom Assassin and Initiative, we will be able to deploy it.
Butcher our people, Sola.
And get a couple kills in with the hip fire here. So Phantom Assassin has to go here to block. We just don't have any other options. We cannot win if we lose our Ancient. And so we're going to go ahead and just take the hip fire. And then we want to maintain initiative throughout. So we'll also just go ahead and take this hip fire.
We will not stop until they are destroyed.
And without Ku here, it's going to be a problem because they're going to have red available with Sven online now.
We're safe now.
And again, with this hip fire, we just are not clearing enough damage out. So
Force surrender in 30 seconds.
we can do this to maybe deny a time of triumph or something like that.
Magic will be stopped.
There's only 3 cards in hand for my opponent.
I'll kill our enemies.
And we have a hip fire here, but that's not really helping, so we're going to go ahead and play this over here.
I will restore order. My pack
And
assembles.
they answer with a wolf. And suddenly, that's not looking that great. All right, Red Mist Maul does not help us a ton. Blade of the Vigil does not help us a ton. So I think we're just going to do this. We really wanted to see like a Blink Dagger there. So this is assuredly a
No one
steam
is
cannon
beyond
play
my
because we want to play it in case they have something here.
I needed this.
And we want to take out the Sven to lock him out of red down there. And open up the potential for a tie. And now we either are looking for a tie or we're just trying to not lose. We have the phase boots. We have Disciple. At the moment, we need him to do something, so we're currently threatening lethal and they are not. We can be reactive. We can save our hip fire, save our Disciple.
Red Mist will not be denied.
And I think that's it. All right, that was very, very close. Very, very tight. I ran a little bit longer on time than I normally do, but I was really trying to get myself out of a bind. Our opponent had a great deck, was playing very well, and whew, great game. So yeah, that's it for today's video. If you made it this far, thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one.